Amazing grace shall always be my song of praise. For it was grace that bought my liberty. Oh Lord. Our tomatoes are getting flowers on them now. So very soon I'm going to prune them and I'll show you how I do it. But first, before they get any larger, I'm putting these bamboo stakes towards the center of each plant. As you can see, I'm doing here. I have to move the mulch out the way a little bit because it's hard to get it to go through the mulch. But I want it close to the base of the plant, just like that. And I'll be able to start training it to go up the bamboo stake, and the branches will go out to the tomato cage. I also put bamboo stakes next to the peppers and the ones over here as well. Now let me show you my crops. The red mustards are taking off, as well as the curly mustard. The winter red lettuce is getting ready to go to seed, so we'll pull it up or cut it off, and that way the curly mustards behind here can start taking off. This is my Swiss chard bed, and I have another Swiss chard bed, and I see I got some little weeds I've got to sit out here and pull them up, like right over there and over here. I'll get those next week. And then we have my Ford Hook Swiss chard. We love Swiss chard, especially my daughter, and that's why I planted a lot of it. Turnips are doing good. The parsnip is growing real slow. This is going to be for okra. Over here, our crookneck squash is doing very well. I'm very pleased about that. The okra in this container is growing kind of slow because it's not warm enough yet. The golden beets are doing what they need to do. The 274 Blue Lake bush beans are doing wonderfully well. Over here, we're starting to see some growth on the Minnesota midget cantaloupe. I'll thin them out later. And over here, we have patty pan squash. Wow, look at that seed. Now, they all were sown on the same day, but some are doing better than the others. Our zinnia containers are doing really, really well. I'm going to show you a few other containers. Here's another container with zinnias growing. And another one. Another one. Let me walk over to two more here. And the other right here. Some of these didn't make it, but that's okay. I have time to sow some more seeds. I have dwarf kale in this hanging basket. And that basket over there has morning glories. And then there's morning glories right here. Patio where we like to sit out. I have centrola plants to distract mosquitoes. They don't like the smell of it. Here's my mint container that has the marigolds that I showed you guys in a previous video that was growing in the grass. And I scooped it up and I just put all the seeds right in here, and I will move them later to where I need them to go. Right here I have a cucumber on the right and a cucumber on the left that I started in my hydroponic systems inside. And then here I had two seeds in here, but only one survived. I guess it was cold that day. It went down to 38 degrees that morning. And yeah, I'm going to transplant these real soon. And right next to it, I have strawberries. I'm going to go in closer so you can see that it is a lot of strawberries on here. They will get bigger. And I have a few marigolds, volunteers that I found, and I put them in here as well. So I'm excited about the strawberries.
Hi guys, it's Bria, and I just want to show you the prayer garden. Look, you see these two flowers? They only had one flower each. And now they have so many. And this one right here just is now growing.
Okay, now, you said they were a flower, but they're actually a plant. And it only had one flower. So now how many does it have on it?
It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 flowers.
Wow, that's great. And this one doesn't have as many, but it only had one.
6.
Doing real well. Bree and I put our finishing touches with the yard art in the prayer garden. This one reminds me of my mom, my guardian angel. Over here is just elder, but the head broke off and I don't know where it is. So Bree and I had this idea that we were going to do what?
We're gonna maybe like use something to make the head.
We're going to make a head and we'll share it with you all when we do it. We'll come up with an idea. We're going to brainstorm. And this one right here reminds me of my grandmother. I put 2 solar lights out here. It's very windy in Texas. So I put them in a corner with a stone wall, and this planter will brace them from the storms. But I also zip tied them right there. And I did the same thing for this one. And we'll come back out when it's dark to let you see it illuminate. And then all we have to do is finish the landscaping, weed out, and then put the rocks down. And we'll make our goal for having this done by Easter. Okay, so here's a little clip of the prayer garden at night. It would look more illuminated if it wasn't for these security cameras right there. That's the effect I was going for. I'm going to put a couple more solar lights that I'll dig out of the garden benches on the top of the trellis. Well guys, this is my completion of the prayer garden. I'm excited about it. At the top I have flowers that came back from last year, dianthus, pink and red ones. I started some begonias a month or so ago, and a few pansies, and that hanging container right over there toward the right that has some Bloomsdale spinach. So I got the rocks out. I have one more bag, but I ran out of energy, so I'll spread those on another day. This chair right here means a lot to me. I owned a salon in a mall for 10 years, the only African-American owned business there. And those were the chairs. They were chrome, but as you can see, they've been out in the elements, and the paint is chipping. Anyway, my daughter's gonna spray paint it for me. So that concludes this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was a lot of work, but I had fun in doing it, and I'm ready for this garden to take off. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye now.